and the hockey world loses one of its favorite websites. Again! In case you haven't heard the news yet, Fanager.com, one of the best hockey sites on the internet for keeping track of all the players' cap hits and no movement clauses and team draft picks and all that stuff, it's offline now. Well, it's okay, they still have a Twitter account. Just look, I type in General Fanager right there, and then they come right up. Oh no. Oh no! Where the heck did the site go? Well, the site went where its owner and creator went, and like so many of our favorite hockey sites and hockey blogs over the last couple of years, Tom Parashka, the creator of GeneralFanager.com, was hired by an NHL team. He was hired by the Las Vegas, whatever the Las Vegas team is going to be called, as a hockey operations analyst. Which to me just sounds like the job title could be, please make sure we don't do anything stupid with the cap. Look, when you run a website like GeneralFanager.com and you keep it up to date and you keep it accurate, you need to know the CBA and a lot of other things inside and out. Which just speaks to Tom Parashka's knowledge of the NHL, because the Vegas team, they could have hired anybody to do this. They hired George McVie as their GM, for crying out loud. It's not like they're flying over any old community college and going, do any of you know hockey and maybe a little bit of math? Vegas got this guy because they want this guy. So let's back up a little bit. What the heck is a General Fanager and what the heck is a Tom? So, as I'm sure a lot of you know, up until a couple years ago, there was a website called Cap Geek, and every player's cap hit was on this site. It was awesome, dude. No website was like this one. It was so thorough, you could go to it and be confident that everything was accurate. But very few in the hockey world knew who was even running the thing. And then it comes out that the site is being run by a guy named Matthew West, a sports reporter from Halifax, who kept it so down low that most of his co-workers did not know he was Cap Geek. And then it also comes out that Matthew West has cancer. West ceased operations of the website, and ultimately he lost his battle. In the hockey world, discovered just how essential a website like Cap Geek was. Salary cap hits and no trade clauses and no movement clauses and entry-level bonuses and being able to slide and being able to be sent down and being waiver exempt. Those are all essential parts to a player's value in a cap league. You know, it comes out that Chris Russell is a free agent, and a lot of people are like, yeah, all right, veteran defenseman, right-handed shot, blocks a lot of shots, kind of got that heart and soul. Yeah, I'll take that guy on my team. And then we find out he's asking for like $5 or $6 million a year, and it's like, get away, demon! So one day, a hockey fan named Tom was talking with his friends in the bar, and they instinctively brought up Cap Geek and realized it was no longer there. You know how many times I put oh, I'm sure you did it too, and Tom did it all the time, and that is why he decided, you know what? I'm going to try this. Tom was on my podcast, the Steve Dangle podcast, linked down below. You know why he started the website? Well, he's a huge hockey fan. He was a huge fan of Cap Geek, but also he created the site to teach himself coding. Follow your dreams! Seriously, why not? What is your dream? Or at very least, what do you think your dreams are? You don't have to achieve them tomorrow or the next day or the next year, but whatever the first step is, move towards it today. And don't do it because you're hoping to create a site and sell it for a bunch of money, or you want to get hired by an NHL team. Do it because you love it. That is what's most important, and if you love it enough, people will feel that love and they will reward you. One thing about Tom and GeneralFanager.com is that website was always evolving, and the reason it was always evolving was because they actually listened to the input of their readers. Hey, you know what would be amazing? If I could do this on your website. And General Fanager would go, say no more, fam. And one interesting little thing about GeneralFanager.com, I mean, you can't go and see it because the website is down, but reported by reporter Chris Johnson of Sportsnet, they did a mock expansion draft. And gee, I wonder why the Las Vegas, whatever they're called, would hire a guy who had a website that did a mock expansion draft. Oh, because there's an expansion draft and they're gonna get to take a bunch of players from a bunch of teams. And you know what? I said I was heartbroken. I'm heartbroken the site's gone, okay? I'm heartbroken as a fan. Well, we should be happy. We should be thrilled, jumping over the moon. I haven't seen enough of this on Twitter. Let's go. Let's congratulate Tom. That's one of us who just got hired right there. That's someone who's passionate. That's someone who's in love with the game. That's someone who's a fan. Gary Bettman said something a while ago that just made me sick. It was basically, oh, I don't think fans are interested in a cap site. That's more of a media thing. Look, no matter what a lot of you think, Gary Bettman's not a stupid man. He's the commissioner of the National Hockey League, and you don't get to that position by being stupid. which means, even worse than being stupid, he lied. Tell you what, Gary, if you got a product to sell, maybe don't treat your customers like they're stupid. Imagine seeing other companies doing that. Welcome to Walmart, morons! And you know what? Tom wanted to make something that would fill the void of Cap Geek. And I see this story break and everyone is saying General Fanager got hired by the Las Vegas NHL team. They were referring to Tom as General Fanager. Like General Fanager is his name. And that's what we used to do for Cap Geek. And I can think of no greater compliment. So, now, the hockey world is left with no salary cap information. Wrong! There are two websites currently carrying the torch who are about to get a huge boost in traffic, by the way. NHL Numbers.com. They're part of the Nation Network, and Lord knows that site's probably going to get taken down because they'll get hired by an NHL team any day now. That's kind of how it works around there. But they are currently carrying the mantle. And also Cap Friendly, and this site is so thorough, so thick and full of information. It came out around the same time as General Fanager, and I think the reason it didn't quite kick off the way General Fanager did is the formatting is not quite the same, but it's a good website. Sites can be changed, and if you like information, it's all there. So, NHLnumbers.com, CapFriendly.com, and we'll see, because never underestimate the passion of a hockey fan. So, question, which cap site are you going to use now? That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. And congrats, Tom.